it's me, Danibuttons, and I'm here today with the tag video. Everything is working out just as I had hoped and planned. Basically, I think this is my final question mark day for my everyday December videos, and it is being filled by a tag, which is what I was hoping for. So, what tag? What's going on? What's happening? I am doing Michaela Renee's This or That coloring tag round 3. She tagged me and I'm excited. We have 20 questions to do, so I'll be getting into that in a second. So yeah, Michaela came up with this. I'll have her video linked down below. I don't think I'm going to tag anybody. I'm a little bit late because I'm obviously just like putting it up. Oh, it's not even that late. She put her video up on the 9th. Unfortunately, I'm not late. My problem is, I mentioned last year how I wanted to come up with like a tag bucket so I can like pull names out, and I never did that. And I don't know who to tag because I don't want to just like be repeating the same people over and over. I want to like spread the love, but I don't know who to tag. So I'm not going to tag anybody, but if you are watching this and you want to do this video, consider yourself tagged. I know people say that a lot, but next year I definitely am officially going to make my tag bucket, which is basically anybody who wants to be tagged. I'm going to like put their name in a little cup and then pull from that little cup so I can like spread the love more evenly than I'm doing now. Does that make any sense? I hope so. We're coloring today out of Stone Mosaic, Christmas edition, book 5 by Velvet Family. Basically, I am pulling a page a day for my little homemade advent calendar, and this is the one I pulled today. I'm a little bit behind on the calendar, which I'm not surprised about. Obviously, December is a crazy month for everybody, but I figure let's do that while we have the chance. So this is the random page we got. It matches my random little sticker. I just got my first 2 colors out and ready, and hopefully this will get us through most of the tag. We'll see. Interesting. Whatever this is, it has green eyes. But I'm just going to start with number 14, which is light blue. So, let me make sure you are still in frame. It's been a while now since I filmed, but I'm excited to be getting this done. I think I only have like 2 or 3 videos to be done for the whole month, so yay. All right, number 1 is alcohol markers with a brush tip or a fine tip, and as you may be seeing, neither. I'm a chisel tip girl. I love the chisel tip because it goes so fast. I'm most used to the chisel tip, and that's my favorite. Especially now with this black background, I don't really have to worry about being neat. It'll just dry up nicely. So I'm all about the chisel. Overall, I have a lot less experience with the brush tip. I only have like 1 set of markers that have a brush tip, so I don't know what I'm doing. So if I had to pick not my chisel, I think I might pick the fine tip, but that's just because of inexperience. Maybe it would be nice to pick brush to learn how to use it a little bit, if that makes sense. I don't know. So that's the possibilities. Number 2 is Lulu Mayo or Camellia Angelica. Camellia, all day, every day. Camellia is my favorite. Lulu's Mayo stuff is super cute, but I don't always have fun coloring in it because the pages are double-sided and it's just hard to like get in there and really get coloring. But they are fun to look at. But I love Camellia books, and it's one of those things that like if I could only pick one artist forever, it might be her. One, she has such a wide variety of books with the mandalas plus the miniatures plus like, really those are the 2 main genres, but the seasonal mandalas are a whole different vibe, and she does have like her creature series. I don't know if that's what you'd want to call it, but like the gnomes and the elves and the mermaids, her mythical creature series. So I am Camellia all day, every day. Let's go. One of my favorites, if not my favorite coloring book artist. Next, number 3 is color with pencils or markers. I'm also a marker girl all day, every day. Most of the time, I'm coloring, it's about the process, but for me, the process is kind of the speed. I'm a very impatient crafter overall. I could call myself a lazy crafter, and a lot of that is I just want like quick and mindless. I don't really understand shading. This has always been my problem. I don't know if you remember back in the day, I want to say like 2007 on Facebook, you used to be able to like, there was this like app that you could draw pictures and send them to your friend and they could like watch the animation happen. And then you can like go into, this is the most obscure story, but this is what I thought of, okay? You could go into the app and like see the most popular videos overall. Like some people were just super talented and like digitally drawing on there. And I would watch people and they would do like layers and layers and it would turn into all these magical shaded masterpieces. And I have no idea how to do that. So I've been trying to learn how to shade since back in the day, but I don't know. Don't know what I'm doing. And I'm not upset about it, really. I'm sure I've picked up a tiny bit along the way, but I just am much bigger fan of straight coloring. Of course, every once in a while, I'll do color pencils and I'll do shading, but majority of the time, I love just markers to a page. Let's get it done. Yes, okay. Sorry, I'm a chatter, so that these answers are coming out longer than I think was intended by Michaela. This or that might be more of a speed thing that I'm doing, but yes, okay. Next up is buying physical books or PDF books. I love physical books. I've always been like this for everything, like for reading books also. I much rather own my own copy of the books. I think it's kind of like part of the experience. I don't remember PDFs exist, which is annoying to myself. Like, for example, I am a Patreon member of Hannah Lynn, and she gives us a monthly page, and I think I've only colored one because I just kind of, it's out of sight, out of mind. So I probably should get a bunch of them printed and bound. That would make sense. But for now, I have not done that. So definitely a physical kind of book kind of person. So that's that on that. That was quicker, right? Do you take pages out of your book or keep them intact? I very much, well, all right. I was like, I definitely keep them intact, but you know, split coloring is kind of taking the pages out. So I'm going to say it depends on the book because I have to keep my computer alive. I just have the questions on the screen. I think split coloring is taking your pages out, and I wouldn't do that in every single book. So it definitely depends. Some books have perforated pages. I've been known to take them out also, but I don't tend to just like rip out pages or anything like that. I have never like thrown away a page I didn't like or something. So I lean more towards keep my books intact, but if it's the right book or the right situation, I can take them out. Because I also, again, I really want to share the hobby of coloring with as many people as I can. So if I have friends or family who are even remotely interested in trying coloring, I'm like, yes, what do you need to give this a try? Do you need me to give you a whole book? Do you just want to try a page? Things like that. So like, I have ripped things out in the past. Okay, where am I? Buy new releases right away or wait. This one is hard for a few reasons. One, I'm very lucky now that I've had my channel for so long and done all the work I've done on it that I sometimes will get books to review. And obviously when you're receiving review books, those are usually brand new releases because the review is also kind of an advertisement for the publisher. Like that makes total sense. So overall, I do get a lot of new books. And otherwise, I would say it depends on the person or how I'm feeling at that time. So like right now, I'm a little like backlogged, waterlogged. I don't know how you want to call it. I have gotten a good number of new books recently, especially for my birthday. And again, I know some more are coming for Christmas. So for the most part, I'm trying to slow down on new releases, but like if Camellia comes out with any more miniatures, that's an auto buy. And I have a few new French Disney books that I will likely be pre-ordering. But other than that, there's not too much. So I guess I can wait. I don't know. It's hard. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to fib. But, so I'm going to say I can wait, but I frequently don't. So, I did put the new Hannah Lynn book on my wish list to wait for that one, so I'm pretty proud of that. I think in general, I'm going to try to do the, like, wish list it for a week before buying it, at least, so you can make sure that you still really want it. Especially for me, like, I have a lot of books that are not color by number, but I tend to mostly work in my color by number. So if I buy a brand new release that's not color by number, what's the chances of actually working in it right away? I have to kind of like take that into account and think about it and slow down. There's so much light blue. This might be all I work on while we're doing this. Okay, number 7. Also, I'm going really slow, so maybe not. Number 7, work through a book front to back or randomly. This also depends on the book, but I always go back to front, not really front to back. And I've always been like that. Again, like back in my high school days, before that, whatever, if we ever did tests, I was always the weirdo. I always started at the back. I always work back to front. I don't know why I do that. I always go to the last page or the bottom of the page and scroll up if I'm on the computer. Or, again, with tests, I'd always do like the essay first. So, I don't know why, but that's what I do. So, like for the Alice Mills Publishing cross stitch, those are really good to work back to front so you don't get alcohol marker. So, it definitely depends on the book though, because for maybe color by number, I don't mind going front to back, or mandalas, I usually will just go in order, but everything else, I usually jump around. So, for my Sagor Oxagner book, which is my Emily Lead Hall Oberg book, I'm trying to force myself to go front to back, only because like that's my most prized possession, and I don't want to, like, I want to one day color the entire thing, and I don't want to like only have bird pages left. So I figure if I force myself to go in order, that I won't skip anything. But we'll see. Number 8, coloring mandalas with a color palette in mind or winging it. I want to say 95% of the time I have a color palette in mind. Usually I will look up a theme and find a color palette like on Pinterest, or I'll do like, holidays coming up, so I'm going to do a Christmas theme one, a New Year's theme one, a birthday theme. But in the past I have done the like pick some random markers, but I don't like that as much as I like having a palette in mind. I don't know. I just like when somebody else comes up with the palette, it always looks more cohesive to me than when I come up with one or when I pick randomly. So I'm a palette in mind person, which is not always the same for non-mandalas, but sometimes I wish it was, but that's a whole nother story. Okay, number 9, Hannah Carlzon or Hannah Lynn. Hannah Lynn is definitely another top 5 favorite artist. I don't like Hannah Carlzon's style for me personally. I've seen a lot of people do a lot of beautiful work, but I've just never enjoyed coloring a page. I think I have 2 of her books, and I don't know if I've ever finished anything. I might have finished a title page once. It's actually one of the prompts in my Patreon bingo, so it does come up every once in a while, but I think usually I kind of just skip it, and that's not great, but I don't know. I don't vibe with it. I can't get behind it, and her books tend to be double-sided too, which is not my favorite. I mean, since I don't really love her books, I wouldn't be against like doing alcohol marker and essentially ruining a backside, but I don't know. I do tend to want to try different techniques in her books, but I've never followed through and finished a whole page. So, bunch of whips in my 2 books. Number 10, watercolor paints or water-based markers. Watercolor paints, I love watercolor paints. I always want to do more watercolor paints, and really what holds me back is that my desk is too messy to do anything that needs space. That's kind of the case right now. I'm hoping to clean this desk off today, but we'll see what happens, because that's kind of my plan every day. And it doesn't always happen, so we'll see. So we actually just had a cleaning service. We get a cleaning service maybe like 2 or 3 times a year to kind of deep clean stuff for us. And we had them come in yesterday, but Sam was working, so they couldn't do the office. So now I feel like sad in the office because everything else is so nice. And I'm like, meh. It's messy in here, so hopefully I will be inspired to do some deep cleaning in here. Today, I had to pick another color. I didn't expect to go this slow. Or fast? Slow? To talk this slow and color this fast. So, what number? 18. Oh yeah, so I love watercolor paints. I want to do more watercoloring. I just gotta make myself do it. Again, lazy crafter. Number 11, Disney Color by Number Large Mystery Books, or the Circle Mystery Books. So I am one of the people that does have both and is on my game with this, but it's basically, do you like mystery colors style or do you like Quirkle style? And I like the mystery colors, especially the older ones that have the bold black outlines. Those are my favorite of the bunch. I have like a humongous collection of Disney coloring books that is only continuing to grow. Again, I know I'm getting some more for Christmas because I wrapped them myself. So, can't wait for that. Ooh, I missed some 19. I always keep my markers out because I always miss things, so. But yeah, I'm definitely a fan of the mystery color style of the Disney books. Number 12, Belba Family Stone Mosaic or Pixels? Oh my goodness, I forgot this question was in here. As you can see, I enjoyed the stone mosaics. I actually really like both. The stone mosaics are just much quicker, so I tend to do them more often. Again, that's with me being lazy though, so they are both a lot of fun. I usually don't do the full color method. When I do the pixel pages, I'll usually do either the X method or the dot method or like a hybrid of all types of methods. But I do like them both. But I guess I would say that I lean slightly towards the stone mosaics just because it is a fun and different experience than a lot of other books. And obviously, other companies do pixel books too. So it's a little less unique, kind of. So, all right. Number 13, simple mandalas or intricate mandalas. What do you consider Camellia Inchikova mandalas? Because that is my sweet spot. I want to say hers are kind of medium. Like, I don't love the super simple ones. Yeah, I want it to have a little bit of a pattern, but I don't like the ones that you need to use fine liners. I'm not a huge fan of coloring with fine liners at all, to be honest. I really only like using my fine liners for cross-stitch method for all the pixel books. So I prefer, I guess, simple if it's between the two, I think. I think that makes sense. All right. Teresa Goodrich or Marjorie Sarnott? Neither. They both make absolutely beautiful pieces of art, but I don't have the patience to color either. I think I have a few from both of them in my collection, and I don't know if I've ever finished a page. So it is unfortunate, but in my current style of coloring, I'm just not down for that. Hopefully one day I will be. So I'm sure I'll keep the books around for longer, or if I ever have a friend or family member that likes them and will color them, I would pass them on. But I feel as if styles change all the time with what people like to color, and right now that they're not for me. So, but they both, again, make such beautiful art. And I do love looking at it, and like, I've never seen a colored version that is not gorgeous. Like, doesn't matter who does it, doesn't matter. They always come out beautiful. So, number 15, Crayola color pencils or Crayola crayons. I don't know. I guess I would have to go crayons. I've always loved Crayola crayons. I love getting a new pack and putting them in color order, sorting them. It's a fun time for me. Okay, sorry. Let me pick out my next colors for a second, and then I'll get back to it. Ooh. Looks like I need 5 and 10. Orange, red. I hate when they do that. Orange, red, and scarlet. I have no idea what that means, but we'll just pick 2 different ones and hope for the best. Yes, I'm a crayon girl. I don't really use either very much anymore, but... Uh-oh, is this right? No, I did this backwards for no reason. I just started coloring. Yikes. Yikes, girl. Hopefully that blends out okay. I'm getting messages. All right, 10. Sorry. Yeah, crayons. I also love the twistables, and I love the ones that you could like peel. Ooh, those are the best. Speedy coloring or taking your time coloring. I think I've answered this in many different ways throughout this whole video. I like speedy coloring. I think the fact that I'm going to finish my page before I even finish these questions is another indication I'm a speed colorist. And it's not even that I'm like trying to go fast to whatever. I'm impatient. So I don't like taking my time. I think I don't like feel accomplished if it takes me a long time to do a page, which should be the opposite, but who knows? Very silly. This is coming out super orange and not red, but it's too late now. Towtree alcohol markers or Skinny Ohuhu alcohol markers. I have never had Ohuhu, but I love the Towtrees. I have on set 3 of the Towtrees, and when I last looked, they were not in stock on Amazon, and I know I and a few other people are panicking, but I'm hoping that they are just temporarily out of stock with all like supply issues, whatever, and that they will be back. And when they do come back, I will have to order more because they are definitely probably my favorite markers in general. So love them. I'm excited. I've mentioned this in a few videos now, but I'm getting refillable Blick markers for Christmas, and I'm mostly excited because then I won't be running through my Towtrees as quickly, because using Towtrees in the color by number, while it looks great, it dries them out quick. So I'm excited to just have my Towtrees for non-color by number work. So hooray. Okay, computer keeps going to sleep. Number 18, eyeshadow background or pastel background. So I have only done eyeshadow like once or twice. I think I recently put an eyeshadow palette onto my cart, so hopefully I'll do it more. I had like one of those icing palettes with like 40 colors on it that I bought in 2010, and until like a year ago was still pretending to use on my face every once in a while, which is a terrible idea, I think. I don't know much about makeup, but I can only imagine that 10-year-old makeup should no longer go on your eyeballs. So maybe I'll use it more in the future, but for now, I'm a huge fan of the Jane Davenport pastel palettes, and I use them a whole ton. So overall, I think I'm a pastel girl compared to the two. So, okay. Number 19 is Camellia and Cobra seasonal miniatures or not seasonal miniatures. So I feel as if this is almost unfair to Camellia, but no, it's not that dramatic. I think her non-seasonal miniatures are the best, but maybe I don't. Okay, I think that legitimately every single one has gotten better. Every single miniature in order I have liked better than the one before. And that blows my mind. So that being said, Christmas and Halloween are her 2 most recent ones, and I think are 2 of her best. Are they seasonal, or are we considering just the 4 seasons to be the seasonal ones, you know? So I overall think that she just keeps getting better and better. I think my personal favorite has to be Ocean Miniatures because I love sea critters. But I really, like, they're so good. I think the original 4 seasons are not my favorite comparatively. So, I guess non-seasonal. But everything she does keeps getting better and I love it. Let me get out my last colors. And then I only have one question left. And it is one that I really don't have an answer to. So the last question is Daria Song or Johanna Basford. And this is kind of another neither from me. All right. I have never had a Daria Song book. I don't think I would like it based on what I have seen. Oh, that's not Peach. Hold on. Oop, hit ya. This is Peach, the one that says Peach on it. I don't think I would like it, but I've never had one, so it's kind of hard to judge. But I also don't really like most of Johanna Basford's. It's just too intricate for me. I do like her newer stuff. What is the newest one that I have that I do like? I don't remember the name of it right now. Secret Worlds? So I think so. That one is pretty good. But other than that, I'm not a huge fan of either. I think it's another, like, most of them are double-sided. I feel obligated to use pencils in there for no reason. And they're just very time-consuming. So, kind of neither. But, again, I've seen lots of other people do beautiful things. Has Daria Song come out with a new book in, like, the last 3-4 years? I haven't seen it since the beginning of my adult coloring days. So, I don't know. But that is it. That's all 20 questions. I timed this pretty good. I definitely am just going to finish this picture off before I leave. She's kind of creeping me out. I don't know why she has green eyes. But it looks like we got an angel on our hands. Right? Are these candles? These could be candles. She's flying over the candles. I don't know. Again, I'm just mostly creeped out by the green eyeballs. So, this was fun. Thank you to Michaela for making this tag for us, round 3. Again, if you want to do this video, please consider yourself tagged. Whenever you see any video, you don't have to wait to be tagged, especially like if you're newer and just trying to get into the community, jump right in there. So, we are done. Hooray! I'm excited to be done with another page on my advent calendar. So, that's that. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you're having a wonderful December. Thumbs up this video if you liked it. Comment anything you want to comment down below. Our secret word will be flying. F-L-Y-I-N-G, flying. Because I think that's what our angel is doing. Looks like it. Let me know. Yeah, subscribe if you haven't. I'm a fun time, and I'm putting out at least one video every day for the month of December. A few days I've had 2 videos. So we're pumping them out over here. We're having a great time, and I hope you are too. I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again tomorrow with something new. Bye, friends.